All right, we can do this.
All right, coming at you in 3, 2.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care if you personally hit Candace Owens and her stanky cray-cray. No good thing starts with, I was thinking about my ex.
He ain't learned his lesson. That's a brother ain't gonna learn shit.
I know this is gonna be that wild, but I don't care. Let's keep this shit funky.
What's happening? What's uncracking, good people? Welcome to the Unpopin Show, home of unpopular opinions. I am T Storm, and joined by, as always, my brother in crime, DJ Mike Swift.
What's happening? What's happening? Please pay the cost of admission as you come through the door. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, leave a like, and if you feel so inclined, leave a comment. That helps us grow. It helps us with the algorithm, and we thank everyone who has done so thus far. We've experienced quite a bit of growth, and it's you, so we appreciate it.
Word. Let me see. Right at the top. Let me see if I can get to some of the names of people that have subscribed in recent days. All right, so bear with me because there's comments and okay. So Linda Jackson, thank you so much. Kevin Lockett, Juanita Moss, Johnny Gregg. I said these names already. Ramil Cortez, Erickson Rios. Thank you. Jack Lee, Cheryl Davis, Heron Tate, Khalid Al. Ooh, I'm gonna butcher your name, brother. I apologize in advance. Kalufia, because I want to say Khalifa. Kalu. Okay. Brother, Khalid, thank you. I apologize. I'm having a hard time pronouncing it.
I'm having some technical difficulties on this end. According to what's happening over here, no audio is recording.
Oh.
Yeah, and the video.
You can hear me, though.
I can hear you. And my video is frozen. It unfroze, but apparently there's no audio recording. We might have to relaunch this, bro.
Yo, okay.
Erg.
Your computer, like, man.
Yeah, OBS just was like, yo, I'm not responding. Let's try that again. Wait. Properties.
You got to relaunch OBS?
Hope not.
Okay. We was off to such a good start. I was about to shout out my thirsty neighbor. She subscribed too. For those who are listening, you hear what's happening behind the scenes. We're experiencing some technical difficulties on the video portion, which is why you need to subscribe and have your friends subscribe on our YouTube as well. Because when we get to a certain number, we can hire somebody. We'll
start to buy Mike a new computer fund.
Start with that one. You know, get this spaceship off the ground.
All right, so I got you back.
Okay,
but I don't have me yet.
Oh boy,
right?
But you gotta have yourself.
For some reason, OBS decided to switch everything back to the default setting. Which is no bueno because I got everything else routed through not default setting.
Yeah, we got to.
I think it's thinking about it right now. It's coming. It's coming together.
For our listening audience, again, you're getting some extra content that YouTube probably won't get.
All right, we are in business.
We good?
Yeah, we are good.
Okay. All right. For our watching audience, we had some technical difficulties and had to chop out a little something. But if you want to hear it, go to the website and listen to the audio, and you'll hear some extra content. But in any case, also, Wild Bill. Did I say that name right? Did I say get the Wild Bill? No, I don't know where I get the Wild Bill from. Oh yeah, okay, Wild Bull. Okay, there he goes.
Wild Bull. Very different things.
Well, I missed the I. Okay, Marcus Wesley, my thirsty thirsty neighbor, Caroline. What's happening? Mad Indian, Farron Hudson, the daughter and the bum. That's our very favorite IG bum. He actually subscribed after being a guest on here.
Yo, and shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. I watched one of his videos a day or so ago, and he caught the clip of the IG bum where they did the skit where he met the girl and they got together and had the baby, and he was reacting to it, and I think he thought it was real.
Oh, wow.
So I had to leave a comment and say, yeah, bro, he's a comedian. This is not real. Here's the interview from the show where we talked about it. So shout out to you, man. He thought it was funny, and he actually thought it was very sweet and kind that she would do it.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so real quick. So on a personal note, since I'm on the radio here in New York City on 94.7, and I'm also getting back in these streets as a result. So I've been scouring clubs and going to different clubs and hanging out in clubs and stuff like that. And I hung out. Shout out to my homie Super DJ Peter Parker. I was out was it Friday night? Saturday night. I was out Saturday night, and I saw he posted up he was gonna be at this spot downtown Manhattan or whatever. I was like, you know what? I'll just pop through because I was done running the streets for the night. And so the club was on the way for me to go, on my way to go home. Like I can go through the tunnel and head out. And I popped through, and it was an unassuming little spot. I mean, packed though. And he was doing a whole, it was very, very top 40, 80s pop music, EDM, the theme from Friends, like everything. So the crowd, and it was a relatively young crowd, like 21 to 30 probably at the max. Like that was the age range. And I had a ball in there. Like I sat there, I people watched, and I was really impressed at the musical intelligence of that crowd, because they were into everything. They were into everything, man. So he threw on Friends. He played something from the Grease soundtrack. Yeah, you know what I mean. And it was a good night. So I ended up kicking it over there, and then I met the owner and got invited to come come spin out there. So I had to brush up on my white girl music. So
I would tell you to go hang out at a sorority house, but that's probably not a good idea.
I don't think that would work out. Trying to get me killed.
Not killed, just canceled.
Just canceled. Well, it would be both canceled and then killed when I got home. So
you would come in the house. You would come in the house and Kaylee be like, "You smell like white girl."
What is this long hair doing on you? Okay, you know what? So anyway, so I got to brush up on my. Most of the music I have a lot, so I have to kind of sort through and put some stuff together. I'll be popping up in that spot here in the city or whatever. I would say the name of the spot, but I won't.
They did not pay for that advertisement. We did not click. This video has paid advertisements in it.
You know the game. You know what I mean?
For sure.
All right, so what we jumping on?
Look,
what we tackle first?
Listen, all right, so for everybody watching and listening, we typically record on like a Saturday or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, we're recording on Sunday. And this is post my Sunday wind down / Monday warm up. It's a bottle of empty whiskey. Can't think of the brand name now, and they also didn't pay for it. It's a bottle of empty whiskey and a few empty bottles of beer that's got my name on it. So if you are expecting for me to drive this bus,
hilarious.
We gonna get a DUI.
All right. This moment of honesty brought to you by
Right. No, I mean, my head's in the game. I'm exaggerating and embellishing just a little bit. But, I mean, where do you want to start? It was a few things that you sent over.
All right. So there was a clip that I ran across about a week ago from a podcast. It's like the Chocolate Chip Podcast or something like that. And the caption on it said, "Monitor your Hoefax."
Which is a term I've heard in the manosphere, right? If you watch any red pill channels, any manosphere channels, you hear, Hoefax, carousel.
Jeez.
You've never heard carousel?
No, I've never heard that.
So it is.
Oh man!
It is in reference to the time in young women's lives, modern women typically, when they go out and have a great time and they sleep with a bunch of dudes, and men in the manosphere call that riding the carousel. Now,
Hilarious.
For everybody watching, the work is going to be bleeped out because carousel sets off the YouTube flags. After so many guys have used it for so often and so long, they're like, yo, y'all can't say that no more. So,
okay.
But it's, what is it? Hoe phase. It's just like the hoe phase, right? It's just what men call the hoe phase.
Glizzy Gladiator. No?
What?
I just came up with that just now. All right.
Ooh.
Nope. Flag on the play. Foul.
It was a Leslie Jones joke.
Oh Lord.
And she ain't have nothing to do with this, but it just popped into my head. But nope, not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Okay, all right. All right. So I'm just gonna drop the clip. Listen and let me know what you think about this.
You don't think that people fall off your Hoefax?
Hoefax.
It's like a credit report. Sometimes you just gotta, start off fresh,
7
brand
years,
new.
You're right.
Not just because, let's get everybody more bodies. You shouldn't be having the same sex you had year 1 as you were having year 7. If you're having 2 different types of sex, you're living 2 different lives, and you have 2 different mindsets, them people back then don't count. That's not who you are now. So I really do think that people fall off your Hoefax.
The people that didn't matter fall off your Hoefax really quicker. You're not even reported. Like, you an accident that wasn't reported. Like,
people with the same name fall off your Hoefax.
Correct. They're one person.
You are one person. You are one Brian.
I don't care what year it was.
Whoever is the first Brian, that's when all y'all expire.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Don't talk to me. Talk to Experian. That's what they told me. So that's it. You don't think that people fall off?
Okay, that's hilarious. First of all, so if you sleep with 100 dudes named Brian, it does not equal out to 1.
It's just one Brian.
It's one Brian. I am so that is wow.
So here's what's funny about this. A lot of the conversation right now happening around Hoefax and body count and how men and women relate. People are talking about it, but conceptually, none of it is new.
Right.
When we were in college, my brother is 3 years ahead of me. We both went to the same college. And when we were in college...
Did he leave you a manual hidden in a wall?
He did not, because I watched his every move. 3 years, we were close enough that we could hang out together. And I watched how he moved. And I learned a lot.
Okay.
But it was something he used to say. He used to say, in women's minds, and I'm paraphrasing, in women's minds, if they sleep with the same guy twice, that don't count. So if you date a woman, y'all break up and y'all ain't together for 3 years, and then y'all sleep together again, in her mind, you don't count.
What do you mean don't count at all? Like you never had any relations?
Don't count towards the body count. Doesn't count towards things that you're doing. You just don't count.
Huh.
She just pulled you back up. It's like an old pillowcase, put it on the pillow, using it, took it off, threw it in the wash. You just don't count. So he was saying that, oh my God, this has been, how old am I now? This has been over 20 years ago.
Okay.
But so now we're in this space now where we're hearing women actually say it. The time we're in is really interesting to me because women are exposing how they've always thought, and it's in the name of empowerment. It's so weird.
I don't think all women talk like that, first off.
No,
You
not
know what
all.
I mean?
Definitely not all. Not all, not all, not all.
There's how do I say it? How do you
How do you say this without getting canceled? Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think there really is a way. So for the sisters that go through the quote unquote hoe phase, and dare to call it that, that's a different mindset. I think that's a different mindset than, a woman that just has, normal relationships that fail or whatever, and is not out there being intentionally promiscuous. You know what I mean?
But do you know nowadays you can't even say
dudes.
promiscuous, right? Like promiscuous is no longer a thing. That's shaming. For me to say that a woman who slept with 10 guys in 2 years is promiscuous is me shaming her. It's body count shaming or sex shaming. She's exercising her level of empowerment to have sex freely. That's where we are in the world.
I got you. I can say this now after maturing, but sex was never supposed to be casual.
No.
Not designed to be. It wasn't designed. And people can feel how you feel about it, but it's not. Its intent was never to be. It's supposed to be a casual thing. It's not a handshake, and some people, use it. And again, this is with after maturing. You know what I'm saying, and going through my, if you will, hoe phase.
You didn't ride the carousel, did you?
No, not that carousel. It was nope. Nope. See right there, exercising some restraint. Because I know there's some people that watch and listen to be like, T, why'd you say that? So let me refrain it a little bit, because while I am being comedic, I do want to be serious on it for a second.
Right.
When you know better, you do better, right? So for that clip, that's the sister still living in that type of mind frame. It's not knowing better. It's not doing better. It's like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and they fall. Your body count falls off. You shouldn't be aspiring to have a body count. You should be aspiring to have a meaningful relationship with someone that cares about you more than just your body.
Well, but see, oh my God, I'm glad you said that, right? So the concept of what's better is now in question. For us to say not sleeping with every man you desire to sleep with.
Or a woman, let's be real. That's because I'd say the same thing to the young brothers coming up.
Right,
because there's an exchange of energy. There's an exchange, you call it spiritual, whatever. There is an exchange, and I mean, you don't give $20 to everybody you see. I mean, if you could afford it, that's a different thing. But you're not giving your life savings to everyone you meet.
Yes. So what I'm saying isn't it isn't divided in it's okay for men to do it and it's not okay for women to do it. It's more about where we are societally and how we think about things now. The conversation now around YouTube, safe language, around how women exercise their sexuality is a very new conversation, right? So we've always talked about how men did it. Mm-hmm. Like we've always, hey, he's a stud if he sleeps with 37 different women, and I am not of that belief, but we've always had that conversation because men have always done it. We're in a new time where women are exercising their sexuality the same way men did. So now the conversation is different and it is more focused around how women move and not necessarily how men move, because men are moving the same now that they did 100 years ago. But women are moving very, very differently. So it's interesting. They're figuring it out. And so to your point, when you say, if you know better, you do better, the question becomes, what is better? They don't believe fundamentally that retaining their chastity and sleeping with fewer people is better. They think moving the way men move is better. So they're, in their minds, they're doing better. They're being sexually empowered.
Yeah, I don't know if I can subscribe to that. And but then and then also, you know, if I try to stay out of grown people business. You live how you want to live, right? And there's very few people that I give advice to along those lines, and those are my children and close family. You know what I'm saying? Family members, young. You know what I'm saying? And I've adapted not giving out unsolicited advice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If that's how you want to live, it's how you want to live. But there was a sister that was around me, who's interning. I won't say her name. But for a time, she was wilding. I mean, wilding. We accidentally came across a flash drive she left in a work computer.
Oh boy.
That had on there. And I was like, whoa. Snatched it, gave it back to her. Hey, you might want to not plug that into and leave it around the work thing.
Listen, you snatched it, gave it back to her and said, you might not want to leave that around, but what you doing later?
Right. Again, maybe 20 plus years ago, maybe. But in that position where I was, no, sir. I was super on point with the harassment and, you know, relationships with, you know, that sort of, I kept it clean, everything clean. Yeah.
You can't
hanging out and just kind of being cool. You know, I kept it super clean, but at least, you know, so, I think I at one point I did, and we're still cool to this day. And she's now in a healthy relationship and has a kid and all that good stuff. But there was a point, like right out of college, right in college, that time, her sister was like, she was out there. And I think I gave her some, you know, unsolicited advice, like, you know, light, like, hey, you know, be careful out here. You don't want to be doing that, you know, like that, because it's not safe. It's not really healthy. And, you know, you should like yourself better, I think. You know?
And your reputation matters, man.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Right.
You don't want
to get with the cat that you really into, that's really into you, and like that come up like, oh, that's your girl? Woo! But boy, let me tell you.
See, we are still of old school mind, because that is how things were.
Yeah.
But now, if all of that happened, she got with the cat that she wanted to be with, and it came out, and he was like, yeah, I don't know, he would be wrong for shaming her.
It's not shaming for him walking away like, I don't want to be that's...
They call that shaming.
Yeah.
It's shaming. It's fat shaming if you don't want to date a larger woman. It's trans shaming if you don't want to date a trans woman. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up.
Hilarious.
Anytime as I see it from watching the world,
I mean,
because I'm not out there dating, but anytime a man expresses a desire or a limit or what he prefers, and it's not in line with the current woke narrative, they call it shaming.
Okay, all right. I don't know if this
we gotta get you on some red pill, T.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be good or not, but I would say, you know what? It's shaming?
Yeah.
No, it's your preference. It's what you're into or what you're not into. Hey, listen, I'd rather just be one dick in the room, the only dick in the room. That's my preference. Is that dick shaming? No, I'm just not into other penises that are not mine.
Every dude watching this podcast named Richard is like, yo, why you got to bring me into this? What I do?
Right. My bad, Dick.
No, I mean, look, to your intern girl, and you say you don't offer unsolicited advice. I offer a ton of unsolicited advice. I do. I sit at the corner of the bar, and they've actually asked me to do a podcast called At the Corner of the Bar.
Oh, wow.
But I sit at the corner of the bar, and I offer a ton of unsolicited advice, and I talk to a lot of people, man. And I don't think most people think the way that, the things that I'm talking about shaming and, sleeping with a bunch of people. I don't think most people think that way. But I'm glad, and I hope what you said to her kind of redirected her trajectory. But I'm glad you said it, man, because a lot of people won't say it. A lot of people will not look at another human being and have nothing invested in their life at all.
Yeah.
See what they're going through and then give them the benefit of your experience and your wisdom. It may work out for them. It may not, right? Like they can take from that what they need and leave the rest. But to have that compassion to care enough to say, hey, look, we found this and we could have just been grimy and just posted it everywhere. But no, I'm giving this back to you. And then I'm going to say to you as a human being, this ain't going to turn out the way you think it is. So you might want to rethink how you move it, man. Yeah.
Well, let us know what you think about it in the comments.
For sure.
I feel like that's going to be on fire for some reason. It's going to be some angry women like, how dare you? You did it. Listen,
we
to each his
different.
own. To each his own.
And we different.
Right. But at the end of the day, real talk, and everybody's into this energy thing. It's energy, positive energy. What do you take? What energy are you taking in? Or giving, or that's on both sides now. What energy are you taking in? You don't even realize, like with somebody, you got an attitude for some reason. You don't even understand why you got an attitude. That's not your attitude. You got it from somebody. You inherited, you took on someone's spirit. Look, listen, they gotta believe me about that, but
energy. There's energy. You deal with the energy of every person you connect with on that level, and biologically and physiologically,
correct.
You deal with every person. So if somebody got a 10 or 100 or whatever body count, when you get with them, you dealing with all of them people before. You dealing with their Hoefax.
Your Hoefax is just tripled.
So, I mean, that's what it is. And look, before we even get blasted in the comments, I don't think the rules are different for men and women. No. What I'm saying with women, how women should probably restrain a little bit, same thing for men. I with my son, I don't teach him that go sow your raw oat stuff. No.
Right.
No. You can't go and do a thing for 10 years, 5 years, 3 years or whatever, and then think suddenly when you meet the right person, you're just going to flip a switch and be faithful. No, right. You got to, you have learned behavior you have to unlearn. So why even learn that behavior? It's not beneficial. So the same thing I teach my son, I teach my daughter, don't get out there and get crazy.
Right. Since we preaching, I guess we should talk about these pastors.
Oh boy.
So this is kind of an old story, but it's still pretty funny to me. It's two pastors that were in the news. One got robbed. No, let's say one got robbed and one felt like he got robbed. Let's deal with the one that felt like he got robbed. He was caught on, I guess, on a stream. It's a pastor from Kansas City. Got mad at his congregation because they didn't get him to watch or whatever. This, if you haven't heard this already, check this.
I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me.
Poor, broke, busted, and disgusted?
I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
Oh.
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how.
Ooh.
I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci.
And who's agreeing?
That's the thing that blows my mind. The person out there
Ooh,
agreeing.
I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon Ian, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
That's disrespectful. I mean, that is horrible. You know what? That's so terrible. I think at some point that brother should oh wait, he did.
My name is Carlton Funderburg. I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well right here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
I want to take this moment to address the now viral video clip of me from a sermon given August the 7th, 2022. Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I'm privileged to do life with them.
Privileged is the word.
The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people.
I think it
Yet
does.
that's not discernible in the clip.
Dude.
Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect, and that was not displayed. I apologize to the church at large for any undue scrutiny I have subjected you to. I apologize to every preacher and pastor who must stand up under the controversy.
Oh my God, do we have to keep listening to him?
To those who know and love me,
can't.
Thank you for your support.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what I hear?
It was only 3 months ago that they'd heard this.
I have sinned against you, my Lord. And I would ask that your precious blood.
Today they...
Yeah. He went to the Jimmy Swaggart School of Apology.
Look, I think a lot of things. Bear with me. So the first thing that I think is I am not a fan of cancel culture.
Okay.
No stretch of the imagination. However, there are some people in some situations we don't need to give second chances to. Right? Like there are some situations we need to look at that and look at the track record, because I'm sure he didn't wake up on Sunday and say, today I'm going to be out of order. Right? This is the one that got caught on camera.
Right.
I think.
Agreed.
We need to look at that and say, no, you don't get your Movado watch, and no, I'm not coming back. The market needs to decide. Like that's the first thing that I think. The second thing that I think is be careful. Not careful. Be thoughtful about who you follow. He ain't the only one of them. He the most recent one that got caught on camera. But people following him. The lady in the congregation, come on, Come on.
Right. What
Say
is
it.
that about?
Come on. Really? Your purpose, your position as the leader of the flock is to not get adornments from your congregation. Is to serve God. How that Movado watch got you serving God better? Make sure you on time. God said I needed a Movado, so I'm on time to show up to preach. Really?
I have no words. So I just laugh. It's like, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? There are people that they're not entitled to bless you with things. That's not their job.
No, it's not.
And there's no humility in that at all. I don't even do that with my children. I don't expect any. I took care of you all these years and you ain't give me nothing. No, that's not even in my spirit. Oh, you know what I mean? No.
That's not how that works. And that's not how that's supposed to be. And it's funny. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's funny.
Hilarious.
I giggle at it. But a big part of me gets angry because you are entrusted with these people to help make their lives better through the word. And this is what you're doing.
Now, here's the thing. We don't know what this brother has preached before, but I think that stains everything before it.
Fair point. We cannot look at this one moment and say that this is the totality of his entire time in the pulpit. Fair point. However, you have stained your name so much so now that I do not give you the benefit of the doubt. You got to dig your way out the hole.
Yeah.
Instead of me coming in and saying the majority of what he does is like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And then that apology, stop it. Just go away.
It was Jimmy Swagger. It was Jimmy Swagger. With no swagger. It was Swaggart. So the brother that the pastor that got robbed in Brooklyn, my hometown. He was a very flashy dude. He was driving around in drop tops with jewelry or whatever, and it was on video. You've seen it. While preaching I think it was on a Sunday, cats ran in there and robbed him and took everything. Somebody pointed out something. I forget, it was a blogger or somebody that pointed out. Apparently, he's on video now with a ring that he had on that Sunday.
Uh-oh.
And if they took everything, how you got the ring back?
Uh-oh.
Now that's neither here nor there. That's speculation. Maybe he bought another one or had a second one at the house and was just like, I'm just gonna put this one back on, whatever. Or people are it's assumed and suspected that it was a setup. That was always from the beginning. It was like, oh, he set this up. Any case, I don't know what DL said about this cat. I can only imagine that he or it was an interview that I guess didn't air.
Okay.
And this cat went on the internets and said this.
On my page. So he says to me, well, why did you post your closet? Well, why did you go on my page?
Okay, so listen. No.
DL Hughley always, and he went on my page. So he says to me, well, why did you post your closet? Well, why did you go on my page for something I posted 9 months ago? You're an attention seeker. I understand that I'm the hottest topic right now. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, leave me alone. I'm a victim. And just because you do not understand my ministry, I'm not tradition, y'all. I'm not your grandmother's pastor. I don't look like your grandmother's pastor. I'm to a generation that don't believe y'all. Period, point blank. So DL Hughley, complex. So you have to manipulate women. You have to manipulate women. He said he's a liar. Yes, I'm glad you admit that. And I said, and you can't say nothing about me. He said, well, you robbed the church. That's not true. You guys, any of my church members, that's not true. But what's true is what you confirm. You're a womanizer and you're a sucker. That's what you are. And I'm standing tall on this, y'all, because I'm tired of everybody trying to steal me from being a victim and turning me into a villain. Everybody, oh yeah, he set it up. He set it up.
Oh, so you know they.
That's just
that's
dumb.
What I'm saying.
That's dumb. For what?
Clout.
For what? So everybody tag DL Hughley, please. Everybody say, well, my pastor don't act like this. But if I'm not your pastor, don't put who your pastor is. Right? I'm my own person, y'all. Let me be Bishop Whitehead. Right? Let me be Bishop Whitehead. You ain't seen nothing like me. All right?
Actually, we have. Actually, we have, brother. There's a long tradition of snake oil salesmen in the pulpit. He goes on to challenge DL to a celebrity boxing match. First of all, who said you was a celebrity? And why? And why would you take on that title yourself? Pastors are not celebrities. They're not supposed to be celebrities. They're not.
Bingo.
Even the ones that we know, the most famous pastors that we know, I've never heard. What's the big brother name? From Dallas. You know who I'm talking about.
I do, and gosh, what is his name?
I've never heard him refer to himself as a celebrity.
No, and he is at celebrity level.
Yeah, and he certainly is in contact with other celebrities. My Pastor A.R. Bernard at CCC, never once ever referred to himself as a celebrity. And he's been around elected officials and actual, actors and that have come to the church, and he's interviewed and talked, and he's been on TV, and he has books and all types of stuff. And it will be considered a mega church because our church is pretty big. He's not a celebrity, and would never say that he was. Why are you comfortable in saying that?
Well,
celebrity pastor, really? Okay.
Well, I would like to impeach one of his statements.
Okay.
He said in his address that you can ask any of his congregation and they would say he's never robbed them, swindled them, or whatever. Well, that's not true.
Oh.
After a quick search, because look, some things hit my radar and I get like super curious and I dig real deep, and some things I'm just like, Well, after listening to him talk, I decided, while in the midst of this podcast, to do a quick Google search on him. The story, and this is according to blackenterprise.com.
Okay.
Story posted in July. The story of Brooklyn Bishop Lamore Miller Whitehead gets wilder by the day after allegations have surfaced that the pastor conned a member of his congregation out of her $90,000 life savings and a separate lawsuit in which he owes developers over $335,000.
Wow.
According to the city, Pauline Anderson, the parishioner accusing him of swindling her retirement savings, sued the bishop in September of 2021 after he told her he would help buy her home due to her poor credit, but instead kept the money for a failed 2021 political campaign, court documents say.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Wow.
and yep.
Okay, well,
Look,
again.
I'm gonna say this because I don't want to pick on him too bad. I haven't done enough research to really dig into him too deeply. Generally, my 30,000-foot view of prosperity pastors, prosperity preaching is what I used to tell when I used to manage young performing artists, and I would tell them this: you can't sit at a table with other people at that table, and you eating steak and they eating beans and franks.
Right. Right.
How you leading them, and you eating steak and they eating beans and franks. Now, I know it's nuanced to that, and you know, you put it in different scenarios and conversations or whatever, and it changes a little bit. But how are you called by God to lead a group of people, help better their lives, help bring them closer to God, and you got $400,000 of jewelry on? And chances are 90+% of your congregation won't see $100,000 in 3-4 years. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It all smells pretty fishy.
It does.
It all feels pretty slimy. And I mean, come on, man. I grew up here in New York City. We know a hustler when we see one, man. Come on, son. Come on, man. I grew up watching the cats out on the street with the 3-card Molly and the 3 nuts with the ball. I forget what that's called. Grew up watching that.
Shell game.
The shell game. I grew up seeing that and could easily spot, oh, yo, he's working. They're all working together. This is a con. And see the people walk up and get their money snatched. You know? Smells fishy, feels fishy. And you know, if that's just two from a quick search, I'm sure there's more that we don't know about.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
I don't want to beat up. I'm not beating up on pastors at all. I'm not beating up on pastors.
Because all pastors aren't bad, and all pastors, because look, you can be a pastor who in a previous life or previous business dealings earned your money, and you are entitled to the money that you have earned.
Right.
But if you buying planes off of your congregation, if you're beating up your congregation to buy you watches, if the building fund come up missing, right? Like,
right.
Come on now. Come on.
Come on, somebody.
But look, there's a whole it's a whole angle on this I'm not even gonna do.
Yeah.
This gets under my skin real big. Like for real. Because there are members of my family who are of the cloth.
Okay.
And they never operated like this. So I saw an example of men of God growing up. And when I see this, that's a little askew of what that looks like. I feel some kind of way, man. I get real frustrated about that, man.
Yeah. And, I mean, I'm not talking about his vernacular, how he talks. I mean, because that has nothing to do with your faith and what you believe or whatever. That's just, how you relate, how you talk to people, right?
Sometimes you got to talk to people how they understand.
You meet them where they are.
Yeah.
Right. But there's other things happening here that just makes my skin crawl. I'm like, I wouldn't. No. Feels like a hustle. Feels very much like a hustle. So, yeah, we'll leave it there.
We'll leave that there.
How do you feel about this guy? These pastors? What do you think? Let us know in the comments, man.
Can we talk about my girl, my girl at FAMU? Can we talk?
Oh, absolutely! I was waiting for this. Now I have no idea. I've not seen these videos. I have seen these photos here.
You've seen more of her than you have of the story.
Before we even get into it, can I describe some of the photos as because there's a very nice, she's in a nightgown. It's a black nightgown with open, some
bring that one up while you're talking about it and show it.
It's very nice, blurred background, and it's like she's about to go out for the night. It's a very distinguished sister. Okay, all right, sister. God has blessed you. Looks good. Okay, so that's that one. There's the one in with the orange and with the afro with the Florida A&M sweatshirt. Very nice, and with the big F in the middle of the shirt. Tight, the tight jeans with the bell bottoms on. I'm describing for folks that can't see it. All right, giving me some 70s vibe here. I could dig it. I like the fro.
It's very what's happening.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I feel like hey. And then there's number 3. That's what's saying here. Oh my goodness, she's holding her ankles. That is all I see.
Never have I wanted a larger, wider shot of a picture ever in my life than now.
I mean, the nails, okay, and the gold nails and gold heels or whatever, and grabbing her ankles. All right, I can only imagine what else is happening there. But let's go into the. Whoa! Wow! My goodness. All right, so for the people that can't see this picture, let me do my best to describe what's going on my screen. Hey, can I zoom in? Is it possible? There we go. Yeah,
he got the phone all up on his nose, trying to look under the picture. It's not 3D, bro.
Okay, so she's standing in front of the Florida A&M snake. What are they? And she has some.
They're the rattlers. It's a
rattlers. There we go. So she's in front of a big rattler, standing there with apparently it's like some snakes in her hair as like instead of hair. Okay, she's nude. She's hanging. She's just standing there. She has the nipples covered.
Wait a minute. She is not nude. She got shoes on.
Man, I ain't even get to the shoes yet. I'm going down from top to bottom here, covering her nipples. But you see a lot of nice side boob here. There's a lot. The side boob is pretty. And then there's the moon.
The moon is full and it is out.
Black moon is very present in this picture.
Listen, I've been trying to get the picture up to do the 3-shot. There it is.
Yeah. So now I know what the F on her shirt stood for. Ladies and gentlemen, it was fat ass.
All right. So before we get to the video, let's set the story since T so exquisitely described these photos for the listening audience. It's a young woman out of Florida, obviously, student at Florida A&M University. Most refer to it as FAMU. Shout out to all my rattlers. One of the best marching bands in the country.
FAMU?
Yes, sir. Them drum majors over there doing it. Shout out Ed the world famous. Mm-hmm. So the young lady's name is Terica. Terica Star is what she goes by on social media.
His Stars is out. Okay, sorry.
She graduated from FAMU with
Fat Ass Academy. Okay, continue.
With her degree. She recently earned her master's in counselor education. So she is not a dummy. This is not a dummy.
She has an educated booty. All right. A very smart ass, ladies and gentlemen.
She is indeed a smart ass. Yes. To celebrate her success, she did a photo shoot. The afro and jeans, the ball gown, evening wear dress, the holding of the ankles, and then the nude photo. Obviously, a whole lot of people didn't like that.
Really?
And it became a thing.
Man.
FAMU is withholding her degree.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
They have not yet given, at the time of this recording, they have not yet given her degree. They're withholding the degree. They're doing an investigation. It's a whole big old thing, right? And as usual, when women behave badly nowadays, you have the contingent that says, you go, girl. And then there's the contingent that's like, you've lost your mind. So there's no middle ground here. Everybody is like on either side.
I'd like to present the middle ground.
I'm very curious about how this is going to go.
The middle ground. I think these pictures are they're definitely making a statement, but we're missing the statement. But namely, the one where she grabbed her ankles, or she's holding on to her ankles. That picture is about college tuition and the loans. That's what that represents. That's what that represents. And I understand, sister, like it's just a very very educated and it's presenting, what you have to overcome.
Oh, God damn it. That looked like the line at the bookstore.
Right, yes.
They pay for the books.
That's right. They say, listen, are you coming up short? Okay, let me present you an option.
I was not expecting that. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, my God, that's funny.
I'm here all week. Thank you.
But look, it's become a very big thing, and kudos to you. The hand claps you deserve the hand claps. That was, folks. He did not pre-watch this and make that up in advance. That happened on the fly.
Yeah,
it's a goddamn great comedic mind. His poor wife is tortured with it daily.
I have demented her now. Her sense of humor has come over to the dark side, and she has a story that she wants to tell us. So we have to make some time to get her on here again.
Oh, absolutely. Look, it became a thing. They're withholding the degree. A lot of people are like, she doesn't deserve the degree. She shouldn't get it. She's posted more videos on TikTok saying, kind of poking fun at it or whatever. And then she sat down and did an interview with the Shade Room. Now, we won't go through the entire interview because it's about 8 minutes long.
Okay.
But there are some short clips that I wanted to play because one would think you've done your master's program. You get your degree. Mm-hmm. This is a serious situation.
Right.
This is serious. This is one of the things. I did not go to an HBCU. I went to a PWI, but I know a lot of people who did HBCUs. Spent a lot of time with them.
All right, I'm the uneducated one in the room. I attended Kingsborough Community College. What is a PWI? Predominantly
white institution.
Okay, I was going with something else. I'm so sorry.
I'm afraid to know what you put them letters together.
I don't know if that was poor white. It's something poor white institutions or something. I don't know. That's why I wanted to clear it up. Thank you for educating me on that. Okay. All right.
And for everybody who does, HBCU is historically black college university.
We know that. So
you would think that this would be a serious situation, right? And then with HBCUs, one of the things that they say immediately is like how you conduct yourself reflects the college and the institution. And we went through a whole lot to be able to get this because colleges wouldn't let us in and we had to create our own lane. We created our lane. It's a legacy and it's a history behind us. So when you come here and then you move out into the world, man, you got to move in a way that shows that you came from something.
Right.
And then there's this, right? So she did this interview. And I just want everybody to see and hear this so they can see what's going on.
All right. So I didn't start it over.
I really wanted to showcase Black excellence and body positivity.
In the picture, she's donning snake-themed hair, a nod to the school's mascot. However, the backlash came from her outfit, or lack thereof, which appeared to be her nude, wearing only a pair of heels.
And I went with a Medusa theme to kind of symbolize snake shedding.
Were you naked in those photos?
Due to it being an open investigation,
look at the smile.
I cannot confirm or deny.
Williams says that people.
Okay,
That's good right there. Look how big she was smiling, and she thinks it's a game. This is a joke to her.
Okay. Wow.
Due to the investigation, I can't confirm or deny.
I can't confirm or deny.
Wait. Oh boy. She put this on Black excellence.
Okay. I want to get through the clips and then
Is this what Black excellence look like? I'm just saying. No, can we talk about that?
I mean, it is an excellent ass.
I'm gonna step out on a ledge, and I'm gonna say that ass alright.
What? Okay. Brother, I have to disagree. It's alright. It's not the best one I've ever seen.
Okay.
But it's alright. It's more than just alright.
I have
retained.
I have a lot of things to say. But if I go in the way I want to go in, then it will certainly be viewed as shaming. So I'm just going to say, it's all right. And I'm going to leave it at that. We can discuss it in the comments. If y'all want to discuss it in the comments, we can do that. But if I go in right here, I can't do it.
It's kind of heart-shaped. Okay.
No, it's not.
I'll leave it alone. Okay.
It's shaped like a beer keg. It is not heart-shaped. There's nothing heart-shaped about that.
Okay.
And the photo is heavily photoshopped.
Okay.
Heavily.
Well, the artist was very talented.
See, you're trying to bait me. I see that's what you're
doing. he's found me out.
You're trying to bait me into this. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Okay, clip 2.
Okay. Young people, 16, 17, are starting to come up in high school and are interested in FAMU, and to see those pictures, do you feel like, it was appropriate to post them, with those people watching?
Yes, I feel like my pictures was appropriate. I actually feel like FAMU should replace the snake statue with a statue of me. I feel like that I'm that girl, and I can encourage other people to be that girl.
Replace a statue, their standing statue, with a statue of you.
Mm-hmm. Cause she that girl. Look, the first thing I'm gonna say is you just got a master's degree. You should know that sentence is were and not was.
Okay. Right. Well, okay. Here's the thing.
Y'all go back. Y'all gonna roll this back now. Y'all gonna listen to it and go, oh yeah. Replace it with a statue of her, cause I'm that girl.
There's book smarts and common sense, and common sense ain't common.
My mama used to say.
Yeah. And then there's a saying I used to hear some old folks say, "Hey, you educated fool." Educated fool.
I think, sir, you just captioned the thumbnail.
Thank you. Educated fool. Smart ass and an educated fool. Okay, it's clip 3. Look, you know what? Let's go
for it. Just roll it.
What's next for you?
My plan is to take over the world. My plan is to just keep going, moving forward, prospering. I am the best rapper in Florida. Y'all.
I'm sorry. Okay. You just came out of college, right? And your aspiration
No, she didn't just come out of college. This is her master's.
This is
out
master's?
of college. She just got her master's.
Oh, she's a master asshole.
100%.
Check me out and go Rattlers.
You know what?
Look, I want to beat her up so bad. I really want to. I do. I just want to talk real bad about her.
You know, so, okay, before she opened her mouth, there was hopes that this sister was going to say something, you know, that you know,
Why?
okay. I don't know. I don't, because the stereotype of the.
Okay, look, I'm going to say this. You said the stereotype. She is the reason there is a stereotype.
Okay, remember the sister we talked about, the politician? I forget where she was at.
Popping on a handstand.
Now she's inappropriate, and she vote for me and all that. And I think she lost. Did that happen?
I don't know, but
in any case, when she opened her mouth, I was like, oh, okay, good. She's not like a real dummy. She was able to really. She talked about her policies and made a fair point that if it had not been for that video of her popping on a handstand, she wouldn't have gotten the attention to be able to tell people about what she believes. And, you know, she made a very good argument about that, right? Still inappropriate how she did it, but it was a means to an end. Okay. I was really hoping. Now she sounds like an idiot,
and looks like one too.
Like, you got your masters. Is your goal now to go pole dance?
Probably to put out Meg the Stallion and Cardi B level music and music videos, which is not a far cry from pole dancing. Look, and look, in full disclosure, I am a little bit more sensitive to this. My father went to FAMU. My uncle went to FAMU. They were trying to get me to go to FAMU. I ain't want to go to FAMU. But it's a history of it in my family. So when I see this, I feel some kind of way. I spent a considerable amount of time in Tallahassee and on the campus of FAMU with a lot of friends, and I feel some kind of way about this. Now, I feel some kind of way about it in general, but I think it hits a little bit closer to home. So, full disclosure, that might be why it touches a little something more for me.
No,
now,
I can dig it.
On you know, taking that away from it, I hear often how Black women have to work harder, right? They got to work harder to get the same level of respect. They have to work harder to get the same opportunities. This contributes to that.
Yeah.
This does not make the path of the girl behind you or the woman behind you easier. It makes it harder, because now, whether they get a master's or not, you have put out there that even though you got a master's, your concern is your rap career and your naked behind on TikTok and Twitter, and you giggling like it's a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I am.
I'm so mad at her, dog. I just am.
That's disappointing.
I'm so mad at her.
I mean, okay, put it like this. And this is an old school reference, but I'm old school. Public Enemy, the rap group Public Enemy. They had very, very pro-Black political music, if you will. Aggressive tone and everything, and the imagery of Chuck D on the mic. They had the S1s, the S1Ws. S1W, because I'm getting shown.
Oh, it's S1W, Security of the First World.
Security First World. They had them very serious or whatever, and then you had Flavor Flav with this big clock dancing and doing wild stuff, right? In the slang, he was like almost like the jester, right? And you know, but when you actually heard Flav actually speak outside of just being hype man and stuff like that, that brother is intelligent. He plays, I don't know how many instruments, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing of what you would have imagined. just off of face value. And that's really what I was hoping that, like, okay, the sister did that. Whoop, 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 and, you know, the images matter. Images matter. The images matter. And that's those sound clips are that's gonna haunt me for a while.
It made it worse.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, here's your opportunity to speak. Here's your opportunity to explain yourself.
Yeah.
I did it because it was the Medusa thing and the shedding. Shut up.
And not even the slang. I'm not mad at the slang. Like, again, as an example, Cardi B speaks with a street vernacular. She has a very deep Bronx Latino accent, right? And you know, some of the sentences that she puts together, sometimes you'd be like, "What'd she say?" Because of the accent and stuff like that. But she's well read. She's no dummy.
Cardi B does not aspire to counsel and educate people.
Right.
This person does. That's what she got a master's in. One can only assume that if you spend that time and money to obtain your master's degree in counselor education, that you aspire to do it. One can assume that.
That's not what she want to do. That's a fallback plan. She wants to be a rapper. Oh boy.
It was another story out there, and I'm trying to remember it. It was a nurse who got fired for TikTok posts. And then there was the one where the what do you call it? Therapist. She got fired for her TikTok posts, acting a fool. 90% of her clientele are African-American men, but she on TikTok talking bad about African-American men. Her boobs damn near falling out of her shirt. She shaking her rear end on the camera, encouraging women to sleep with multiple people and fornicate because you only get one life.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. I'm paraphrasing. Wow. She got fired, and then a couple of weeks later, maybe not even a couple of weeks, a few days later, pop up on Instagram crying, saying, "I can't believe I got fired for telling black men to get therapy." Like, really? You think that's why you got fired?
Right.
And y'all can help me. Y'all can help me get through this time. My Cash App is below.
Oh.
What is wrong when educated women are choosing social media fame, rap, because I ain't even gonna call it hip hop, rap, personas, or the pursuit of such over the education you've obtained? You went and got it. You got it. Dude, what is happening? What is happening?
Again, common sense ain't common. And
I don't know. I talk sometimes and I'm like, I sound like just an old dude.
I would say this, going back on just revisiting Terica for half a second.
Well, let's revisit Terica.
I'm looking at the rattlesnake picture.
Right.
I think if she had posed anywhere else, it wouldn't be a problem. It would be more. You would have more of an argument. You know, it's not representing Florida A&M.
It would be less of a problem. I agree with you 100%. It wouldn't be so directly representing FAM. She's on campus doing it in front of the statue of their mascot.
Right.
But to her point, in her defense, because I like to be fair,
okay,
let's take a quick peek at her Instagram. this what she do?
Oh, so
that's the only one that I saw that's nude, but scantily clad, skimpy, popping her thought pocket. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons for that one.
Did you say thought pocket?
Yeah, she says often they pop in their thought pocket.
I am stealing that now. Thought pocket.
Thought pocket. You got to find a singer to sing the jingle.
Yeah, I do.
She said, pop in the thought pocket in their Magic City uniforms. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. The vast majority, all of her pictures on her Instagram are of her in her Magic City uniforms with red hair. And this is a human being who's going for their masters. Okay, I'm sorry. 2 pictures. She's fully clothed and looks like a regular human being.
And listen, she's grown. She's well within her right to do what she does and what she did.
100% correct. However, you are not exempt from the consequences.
Correct. And that's what it is. Like when you put the mascot, shoot, if I do something in front of a station, if I do something wild in front of our logo, that has consequences. You know what I mean? So, it's, yeah, I get it. She don't. But
she will now.
You're going to learn today.
I don't know. Today. I don't know. And at first, when I first saw this, I was like, damn right, they shouldn't give her degree. But the more I sit in it, the more I'm like, okay, she embarrassed the university. She embarrassed herself. She embarrassed her family. But she did earn that degree.
Did she though? I mean, hear her talk. I felt like somebody else took them tests for her. I feel like she had a body double sit in for her.
You know,
all you had to do was put clothes on. It wouldn't recognize her.
You're hilarious.
Is that Terica? She got clothes on though. I didn't recognize. Okay, that must be her.
I want to speak on this, but I don't have the information in front of me, so I'm not.
All right. We move on. Moving on. I want to touch on this really quickly.
All right, hold on. I think I might have the information in front of me. FAMU graduate who posed nude threatens to take down 3 professors if denied diploma.
There it is.
This is according to blackenterprise.com. They are coming through for me tonight. The saga continues for one Miss Terica Williams, 24, the recent Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University graduate who created the firestorm when she posed for thirst traps in front of the university's mascot statue, according to the Sports Grail. Williams captioned her seductive pictures with the self-performing blah, 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 blah. However, Williams posted a mysterious statement. Williams posted a mysterious statement on her social media accounts, seemingly threatening to expose 3 professors if she's punished. Example, having her degree repealed due to her impromptu controversial photo shoot. Quote, if I'm going down, 3 professors are going down with me.
Jeez. Or have already gone down and she gonna tell everybody about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant comedic mind of one Terrence T. Storm.
Yeah, that's what that's about. That's exactly what that is. Oh, if I'm going down, we all going down. I'm telling what you did. And they married and they got everything to lose. And she did, they gonna jump up and go, no, wait, drop it. No, it's the firestorm has already started. You just go ahead and play this one out. Perhaps she was just a dumb stripper that went to college and she was a you know not the sharpest crayon in the box. Apparently, made her way through school, attended every other day or so in between going to the strip club, and professors was like, need some help. Or she offered some services or something or whatever. She got what she used what she had to get what she want.
I'm real mad that they gave her a master's degree. I'm reading some of her posts. I'm real mad they gave her a master's degree and her grammar is trash. Any other person would have crumble in my position. I'm really built different. I'm sorry, take out of and put in have and put a D on the end of crumble.
Listen, I would say this. I would say this, and then I'm going to leave it alone, and you could take what you want from it. And I'm going to say it like this. So in my radio career, I've interviewed quite a few people and been around, different artists and people in the entertainment industry. And there's one industry that stands out that was not very bright at all, like putting sentences and stuff together. It was just like, why are they not smart? And that was the industry.
Okay.
Some of the porn stars, both male and female, that I have encountered in radio were not very well put together. Like they put all of their other efforts in the other functions of their body and not so much mental.
They played to their strengths.
Yeah. And that's all I'll have to say about that.
Look, quick aside, when you said that, it made me think of back in the old hot days in that first or second, depending on who you talk to, building. Mm-hmm. We had a very, and I'm not going to say this person's name, we had a very, very popular rapper at the time come by and do an interview. So now in radio, when you have a celebrity in the building, after they interview, you get them in the production studio and you do radio drops.
Yeah.
And typically, most stations kind of have a list. You're listening to WJXZ, the beat of the city, and this is whoever, right? They read the drops. Mm-hmm. We had a list, and I take this person into the production studio, and they started reading the list. Mm-hmm. And I kid you not, they could not read. Mm. It was so bad that I couldn't use any of the drops. And I felt some kind of way, right? Like, you don't want to be like, yo, bro, you can't read and you just kind of let them stumble through it. And they left. And I deleted the recording. I was like, yeah, nah. And I think I deleted it. And I think somebody asked me, yo, did you get drops? And I was like, no, I didn't get the drops. It was embarrassingly bad, and this person was a multi-millionaire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, well, perhaps that person hadn't learned to have their handlers snatch the drops and say, we'll send them later, like R. Kelly's people did.
Oh, the 11-page thing, that joke just really landed just now. Y'all got to go back a couple episodes to get that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We like Marvel. Everything connected.
It's all connected. So onion is peel the layers. And
so I stopped you. You were about to get into another.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to just real quick. Big shout out to Twista, rapper Twista, Chicago's own. I believe he at one point had the world record for the fastest rap for Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has taken on a new hobby. He's a ventriloquist now. He has a puppet named Lil Twista. I could play the clip, but you kind of got to see it. He's actually pretty damn good. Listen.
Up, y'all, it's your boy Twista, and you can call me Tiny Twista.
Tiny Twista.
Ooh, Tiny T, short. Damn, really? That's how you feel? Yeah, you just a temptation. I'm a temptation. Yeah? Ain't nobody gonna see you, Otis. You a fool. So why it's about jokes. You? I got lyrics. You got lyrics? Yeah. Can you spit it fast, though? Yeah. Quicker than you? Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me hear some. Go. Go? Yeah, go. Go? Go. Okay. Let me see. When I gotta get it, and I can do it. I gotta go get it together, and I can do the etiquette, and get out of hand, and get it, cut another, and then another, and then another. Whoa, okay. Told you. Damn, tell them where they can find you at then. IG, Tiny Twista. Tiny Twista? Tiny Twista. Okay. Much love, y'all. Love. What up, y'all?
That's Twista and Tiny. Tiny Twista.
Look, I ain't mad at him for reinventing.
Right, yeah, no, I mean, true.
Let's be honest. Ventriloquism is a little hacky, but I'm not mad at him for reinventing. Do it, and it takes talent to be able to do that. I mean, if for those listening, if you go and watch the video, you really cannot see his mouth moving.
Yeah, no, he's gotten really good. He's pretty damn good, and then to start doing the rap, he has some jokes. That's right. I'm curious how far you're gonna take it. What is he gonna do with it? Some people knit. Twista is a ventriloquist now, so that's.
Hey, he can parlay that to a residency in Vegas if he work it.
Mm-hmm. Right. In any case, I think it's a good. This is a good spot to jump off.
Yeah, let's call it.
All right, people. We appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. And all of our new followers and subscribers, thank you so much. Stay with us. Tell a friend, tell a friend. And we see you back here on the other side. Peace.
Peace.